Good morning. My name is Kathleen Walker Pickney, and I'm commissioner, a proud commissioner of Mount Vernon Recreation Department. And I want to welcome each and every one of you to National Park and Recreation Month. That is not, yes, that is not just here, this is national. So without further ado, I am going to now introduce the mayor of Mount Vernon, Sean Patterson Howard. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm just going to move this a little bit so you can hear me well. Good morning again. Good morning. We're really excited. It is July 2nd, and we are kicking off National Parks and Recreation Month. And that why is so important? Because parks give us a place to convene, to play, to run, to jump, to come together and enjoy ourselves, because we need mind, body, and spirit. We need balance in our lives. And so after you're working as an adult and as our kids are in school or in summer school, being able to go out into a park and have a good time and enjoy a beautiful, today is like perfect weather. So please find a way to get outside. It's important. The Surgeon General recently put together a task force on mental health in this country. And he said that the mental health rates are so high, and we know they're high, not just amongst the homeless, but amongst everyone. But they're so high because we as a country have lost connectedness. We've lost connectedness. We are more connected through digital media now than ever before, but we are disconnected when we come face to face. And so parks and outdoor play and movies and concerts and park activation are the ways that we want to make sure that our community reconnects to one another. We can't sit in a room and not talk to each other but text each other. We can't be in the same house and you're on one floor or someone's in another room, and instead of getting up and going and walking and talking to them, we're just texting. And so, make sure that we, during summer, that we disconnect to reconnect, unplug to plug in. And that's really important. So parks and recreation programs, we know, are vital to the well-being of our community. They provide us spaces for physical activity, social interaction, and mental relaxation. Parks and recreation areas enhance our community's quality of life by offering a place for families to gather, children to play, and adults to enjoy nature and stay active. These spaces foster community spirit and provide opportunities for residents of all ages to connect and engage in healthy activities. This month, we have an exciting lineup of events and programs designed to bring our community together. And I'm going to share some of those with you now, and you will see on social media, and we'll be e-blasting this out, and it'll be on our city's website, a schedule this nice. It's green, right? Like my dress, it's green. And it's our National Park and Recreation Month schedule. Tonight, today is the opening ceremony, which we're having today on July 10th. It's called A Different Play Day, and that'll be at High Street Playground at 531 North High Street. If you know our playground over on High Street, which I think we opened about a year and a half or 2 years ago, it is our playground for people with different abilities. And so we have special apparatuses over there, so people who are differently abled can go and enjoy themselves. So please join us there. July 12th, move to the music at City Hall Plaza. So we're going to be out here moving and bouncing and getting steps and having a good time and getting our blood circulating. July 18th, Talk with Your Feet and Play with Your Heart is at Howard Street Park. On the 25th is The Hoop Never Winks. So come out and show us some of your skills over at 4th Street Playground. It'll be basketball and other things. Yes, some people would say, oh, it's just basketball. What else do you have to offer there? We'll be doing other things other than the basketball at 4th Street Park. And then on July 31st, it will be the fun finale at Memorial Field, and that is our jewel of the city of Mount Vernon. So come out with the family and everyone so we can have a great day at Memorial Field. So those are just some of the activities for National Park and Recreation Month, but there are more. We're particularly proud of our summer activities at Rebecca Turner. That's where our camp is, and our young people are engaged in activities there. It offers a safe and enriching environment for our children to play during the summer months. We've made significant progress in our parks. We have, 17? We have 17 parks, and we're going through the parks one by one. We've been evaluating them, and we're doing upgrades to the parks throughout the city. And we ask that you help us to maintain those upgrades, because parks are free. And it is the freest exercise and places of community and gathering that you can ever have. So as we upgrade and repair our parks, help us to take care of and maintain our parks so that our children, our families, and our seniors have access to them. We've upgraded some playground equipment, and we've upgraded the bleachers in Brush Park. We've installed brand new basketball court backboards and added new ADA swings at Heavy D Playground, Leo Mann Park, Hartley Park, Brush Park, and Fleetwood Playground. Projects like maintenance of the Fleetwood Playground is continuing, and we're doing beautification events throughout our community as well. If you're interested in volunteering to help us with our parks, to upgrade them, to maintain them, to keep them beautiful, please reach out to our parks and our Department of Recreation. I want to thank all of our partners and the staff of the Recreation Department who make the programs possible, from local businesses to community organizations that partner with us and sponsor a lot of the things that we do. It's invaluable. We want to also make sure that we're celebrating Parks and Recreation Month by coming together to enjoy the beautiful spaces and places that we have in Mount Vernon. With 17 parks, and then we have pocket parks, which are not playgrounds, but they're places where you could sit and you can kind of just enjoy weather and nature. Nowhere, I think in Mount Vernon, we've been told that within 7 minutes of wherever you're at, you can get to a playground. Right? Some people have to go blocks and walk for a long time, but Mount Vernon is 4 square miles. And when you have 17 parks and playgrounds within that city, you don't have to walk far to get to one of the parks and playgrounds. So they are really one of our local treasures, and it's something that makes our community unique. We encourage, again, all residents to get involved in our parks and recreation programs by visiting our website at cmvny.com, going to the recreation page, and following us on social media. Gone are the days we're not knocking on your doors to tell you what to do. Also, one of the things about parks is we want to make sure that we're not supporting all the cutting down of trees, and so flyers are not always going to be everywhere. You can always scan the QR codes throughout the city, go on the website, go on social media. Some people say, well, I don't like social media. Well, you know, you go online to shop, you go online to pay your bills, you can go on to social media. You don't have to post, you don't have to comment, but it is one of the quickest ways, the cheapest ways, and the most environmentally responsible ways that we get information out. And they say, well, seniors have cell phones because they talk to their babies all around the country. So our seniors are much more tech savvy than you want to give them credit for. And if you have a senior in your neighborhood, tell them what's going on, right? We're doing too much to mail flyers out constantly. So give me just a few moments, and I want to go through, because everyone's like, what's happening for the summer? So we're going to go through this. Again, these flyers are on our websites, they're on our social media pages, and they're available at the Dole Center and the library, some of the community stops throughout the community. So our summer outdoor movie series, and these are all free. Now, it says mandatory RSVP. I mean, but yeah. So we need to take that off the flyer? Okay. So, summer outside movie series, and you don't have to RSVP, but if you're coming, let us know, because we want to be ready for you. On June 5th, we are showing The Little Mermaid, and July 5th, it's a whole new month. July 5th, which is this Friday, it's The Little Mermaid, and that will be shown at Memorial Field Stadium at Garden Avenue. The movie time, is it 8 o'clock, or the activities start at 8? Okay, so before the movie, we have some activities, because you have bouncy castles. So we are combining our movies with some other fun activities. So we have bouncy castles, and we have exercise and aerobics or Pilates and different things that'll be happening on these movie nights at these locations before the movie starts. And then at 8 p.m. the movie starts. So The Little Mermaid, starring not Holly or Miss Bailey. Right? Not Holly Berry, not the one from back in the days. The new Halle Berry. It'll be starring her, and that's at Memorial Field. July 8th, which is next Monday, we'll be showing Coco at Hartley Park. July 15th, Wish will be at the Dole Center. July 22nd, Inside Out 2 at the Dole Center. July 29th is Kung Fu Panda, and that'll be at the Fleetwood Playground. August 5th, Elemental at Hartley Park. August 12th, Honey at the Dole Center. August 19th, we'll be showing, what is that, TMNT? Oh, I'm like, TMNT. TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, okay. Cowabunga. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I was like, in case you missed it. And that'll be at the Dole Center on August 19th. And then on August 26th, we'll be showing Migration at the Fleetwood Playground. So it's free admission. There'll be food and drink and concession for sale. And there'll be other activities that, like we said, are happening before the movies. The other thing that we're doing is our Summer Breeze. Our Summer Breeze concerts are on Tuesday nights, Tuesdays. So if you just remember Tuesdays, then you'll remember Summer Breeze. For the most part, our movies are on Friday night. So on Monday night? Our opening is on Friday. So our movies are on Monday. Movie Mondays. Look at that, it makes it simple. Movie Mondays, except for this Friday, we're having Little Mermaid. And after that, the movies will be on the Monday. And Tuesdays will be Summer Breeze. And so on July 9th, next Tuesday, Summer Breeze kickoff. The artist will be Rare Vintage. On July 16th, it'll be Lewis and Kirk Presents, and that's going to be a variety of beautiful music and entertainment every Tuesday. On the 23rd, we have Mark Berger. On the 30th, this is sponsored by Arts Westchester. It's Arts Westchester Presents Edmar Castaneda. On Tuesday, August 6th, we have National Night Out. National Night Out will be at Hartley Park. So there will be no Summer Breeze on August 6th. It will be National Night Out. National Night Out is the first Tuesday of August all across America, and it's really when the police department leads an activity of outreach into community, and of course our recreation and all of our agencies will be supporting it, but it's free food, free music, bouncy castles, vendors, giveaways, book bags. Everyone will be involved. Will we have some live music that night maybe in the gazebo? Let's work. A DJ? Yes. I'd like live music yes. We can have a DJ, but I want a little bit of live music, and if I have to pay for it and sponsor it myself, then I'm more than happy to do it because I know you have a budget, and it's being stretched. So I respect your budget. I want some live music at that National Night Out, and I will write the check. So Tuesday, August 13th, we'll have Pastor Doris and Loved Ones. That'll be a gospel concert. Yes, it will be a faith-based concert because we're having all types of music from rap to jazz to, Latin music. It's a genre of music, and it will be included. So please send me your nasty emails now, and I'll ignore them. On August 20th, the Rob Wright Experience is happening. And the Rob Wright Experience, that's jazz, R&B, so the Rob Wright Experience. And Tuesday, August 27th, is the Summer Breeze finale with Clean Money Music. And that is hip-hop and rap and R&B, old school, new school. Another thing that we're doing during the summer, because we know not everyone is in summer camp and people have limited money, limited schedules. And so for a kid like me who grew up with a single mom and I didn't go to camp, I didn't go to summer camp. We just didn't have the money for summer camp, but I did play at the playgrounds. And so we have our Parks Activation Series from July 15th to August 23rd from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., our free park activation series in parks throughout the community. It's for boys and girls age 5 to 14, and it's at the following locations: Purdy Playground from 10 to 12, the old 7th Avenue Playground from 1 to 3, Fleetwood Playground from 10 to 12, Howard Street Playground from 1 to 3, High Street Playground from 10 to 3, and Grove Street Playground from 1 to 3. So these are the parks where we'll have our Parks Activation summer series here, and so those are free recreational activities for the kids. And I know this is a different one. I love this flyer because it has all of them on it. This is the movie series flyer, so it has the pictures of all the movies that we're showing. And with that being said, I'm going to pivot for a minute because, you know, when it's a day, there's always a proclamation. And so today, I have it here. Commissioner, if you could come forward. And if our Councilman Derek Thompson is here, and Council President Caitlin Gleason is here, and our Deputy Commissioner Artie Maldonado is here. So whereas the proclamation declares the month of July as Parks and Recreation Month in the city of Mount Vernon, and we know that Parks and Recreation is an integral part of communities throughout the country. It promotes time spent in nature, which positively impacts mental health, increasing cognitive performance and well-being, and alleviating illness such as depression and attention deficit disorders. It promotes the health and wellness and improving the physical health of people and encouraging physical activities by providing space for sports, exercise, and other activities designed to enhance an active lifestyle. And whereas Parks and Recreation is a leading provider of healthy meals, nutrition services, and education, the established program for youth sports and environmental education are critical to child development. The many programs and services for seniors improve quality of life and generate a more positive environment for daily living. And while you might have heard a lot of activities, our seniors come out to the concerts, they come out to the movies, and then they go on special trips all throughout the summer. Sometimes to the casino and to the restaurants, but we have barbecues and special days and activities for our seniors in the parks, and we'll put out that schedule as well so that our seniors could have that schedule. But trust me, they turn out and they're line dancing and having a really good time. Whereas Parks and Recreation provides community with areas for children and adults to connect and recreate outdoors. Mount Vernon has, it says 16, so maybe I was wrong, 16 playgrounds all over the city, including ADA certified and Memorial Field Stadium. Recurring events of all types, including workshops, concerts, movie nights, health fairs, food giveaways, and community gatherings take place in various locations with the hopes of continuing the advancement of our city. And whereas Parks and Recreation is fundamental to the environment, well-being of our community, the Recreation Department works diligently to rehabilitate, protect, enhance, and maintain the parks for all safely to enjoy. Whereas now, therefore I, Sean Patterson Howard, Mayor of the City of Mount Vernon, do deem it an honor to declare the month of July as Parks and Recreation Month. I encourage all citizens to recognize the benefits derived from parks and recreation resources, as well as to improve the quality of life. And what I always say about recreation is if you put a dash between the E and the C, it says recreation. And so it is easy for you to recreate yourself through recreation. And so whether it's exercise so that you can become healthier or lose weight, you can recreate yourself. If you're depressed and you're feeling isolated, you can recreate yourself by going out and enjoying times at parks and recreation. If you have a child who has autism or a child who is shy and needs more social interaction, you can recreate yourself through parks and recreation. If you're hungry and you need some food, we do a lot around food insecurity, so you can recreate yourself through parks and recreation. Recreation is more than just fun. It is a time to transform your life situations and provide a better outlook for your health, your mental well-being, your connectedness, and even your nutrition. So with that being said, we're going to step away for a second, and I am going to call on our wonderful City Council President so that she can give some remarks as well. Caitlin Gleason.
First and foremost, on behalf of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon, I welcome everybody here today. I think this is such an important event because what's involved in today is the people of Mount Vernon, honoring the people that work here for recreation parks. It's such an important thing here in this city because a lot of people can't afford to go out and go on vacation, and our open space and the cleanliness of everything here in this city depends on park and recreation for us to be able to enjoy. So being here today and honoring the people in the labor force of recreation and parks, thank you so much. I want to thank Commissioner Pickney and Deputy Commissioner Maldonado because they have the most excited staff that I've ever seen in city government. Whenever you go to an event, the staff is always willing to help. And I think it's so great because it creates so many smiles here within the city. It takes just a simple gesture to say hello, be gracious, and the Parks and Recreation Department, you guys do a great job. Thank you so much. On behalf of the City Council, congratulations to everybody today. This is great. Thank you.
Excited and exhausted. I have to say that because they work. And everyone always talks about money. Trust me, our Parks and Recreation staff, they don't get paid for a lot of the hours that they work because they show up early, they stay late, and they put so much in. And so I just want y'all to know that while I might come through and smile and take pictures and dance and wobble or whatever and do a little bit, I'm always paying attention. My head is always on a pivot. And when I drive by or whether I stop by, I see the work that you're doing. I am very clear that we could never pay you for all that you do and the above and beyond that you do, whether it's through the Rose Simon program or through our camps or through our after-school programs or through our senior programs, the staff that is out there maintaining the parks and cutting, we are paying attention to what you do. So don't think for 1 minute that you're invisible. We see you, we appreciate you, and we know that you are part of the I guess, reimagination and the growth and expansion of Mount Vernon because we talk about we want a place where we could live, work, pray, and play. And you are the ones who help us to drive the play. So thank you so much. Did you want to say something, Derek? We're going to call on our city councilman, Derek Thompson. He is the chair of our Parks and Recreation Department as a member of the city council. And if while you're here, you could also let us know about Mount Vernon Proud Day. I mentioned a lot of things, but we're going to have to make a master list because there are so many special events that we also co-sponsor throughout the city, and we need to make sure that all of those are on a list. We have to make a master list. And it's going to have to be big, and we're going to have to put them in some places. So communications, get ready.
Uh-oh. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Feel like I'm supposed to sing. No, I'm just messing. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is just a great day because, you know, I love parks and recreation. The recreation department is part of the fabric of this city. And we can't do most of the things we do without our parks and recreation. So kudos to all of the workers, the commissioner, deputy commissioner, everyone who works within parks and recreation. God bless you all. You know, I know most of you by name, but I'm not gonna name you today because then we'll be here for 2 more hours. But it's just a pleasure to work with all of you and to see you all as we pass through our parks and the buildings throughout the city. Y'all just do so much work, and we're so grateful for you because you just do so much, so we're grateful for you. But Parks and Recreation is just a blessing to our city because I remember growing up in Mount Vernon when we had the lanyards and we used to use the staircase and the snakes and the box and all that other stuff. So we got to get some more of those lanyards and things back, so we'll have to do some donations But we gotta get some of that back because those were fun things, and that bridged our community together because we were so excited to participate in those things. So let's continue to do the great things that we do in the city because we live in the best city in Westchester. Yes, Mount Vernon, New York. Yes, we do. And we have so many great things going on in our parks. So make sure you stay connected and tell somebody that may not know what's going on. Share that information and let's continue to bring everyone together. I know next month, August 10th, which is the second Saturday of every August, is our Mount Vernon Proud Day. And yes, and Mount Vernon Proud Day is just celebrating everyone within the community. So whether you were born, raised, or you live here, we celebrate our maroon and gold together. So we meet at Brush Park from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m., and we have free food, free activities. Everything is free for the day, so just show up with your family and friends, and we have so many wonderful activities. I know the mayor and I found the adult bouncy house, and we jump all around the bouncy house. You know, so it's just getting back to your kidism, if you will. You know, just that kid feeling is just so wonderful. So let's continue to work together. Let's continue to have fun together and do some great things because Mount Vernon is the best place to be. God bless you all.
And so Mount Vernon Proud Day, I mean, not only is there amazing food and sides, but that's when our seniors, you know, I'm 56, and I walk up to the table, and they like, baby, you ain't ready for bid whist. What you know about this? Unless you're 75, don't sit at this table. And they are serious about their bid whist and their checkers and their chess and cards and dominoes. They're out there having a good time. So Mount Vernon Proud, we have lots of green space. We want to see some kickball games on one of the fields. We want to see softball games on another field. There's always the three-legged race and the little egg race and double dutch and hopscotch. And I don't know where Joe Jeanette is, but yeah, pull up your little thing so you could cook, your barbecue pit so you can cook. All throughout the summer, lots of neighborhood reunions and things are happening. And please, if you are a community group or an organization and you want to sponsor a basketball tournament, you want to sponsor a kickball tournament, some type of double dutch or jump rope tournament, or anything that involves being outside, building community, and having fun, reach out to the Department of Parks and Recreation, not me on 4th Avenue. Reach out to Parks and Rec so that they can accommodate you, because it's not just what we're bringing to the city, it's what the people want to bring to the city that is going to allow there to be even more vibrancy. So you don't have to work for the city to be able to plan something and give back to your city. Young professionals, they've been coming and doing cleanups throughout the city, and we have other people who want to help keep our parks clean. So with that being said, I'm going to call back on our Commissioner of Recreation, our Commissioner Walker Pinckney, because she has some recognition and awards. And I'm going to thank Commissioner Pinckney. Commissioner Pinckney worked for, what, 37 years? 42 years. She worked for 42 years in the New York, and she's only 21, right? You know, it's kind of magical. It just says she can be two places at one time, and she's been doing this since the crib. But for 42 years, she was in the New York City Department of Parks and Recreation. But for 37 of those 42 years, she lived here in the city of Mount Vernon. And so we have a lot of talent. We have a lot of talent who are residents of Mount Vernon, but they go out to other communities to work. And so I was glad that we were able to recruit her back to Mount Vernon so that she could bring decades, I know that makes you sound old, but decades and decades and decades and decades of experience back to the city. And then we've been able to bring on our deputy commissioner, Mr. Maldonado, and he just likes us to call him Artie, but it's, you know, Aristides Maldonado, but also known as Artie. And Artie is a treasure because one of the things that we lacked in Mount Vernon for a long time was a capital plan for our parks and our playgrounds. And Artie has decades of experience, not as many decades, but a few decades of experience also in the New York City Department of Parks and Recreation, and he led the redevelopment of Crotona Park, right? A little bit. He was part on the he was on that team for doing Crotona Park, and so we want to bring that vibrancy back to our community. So we're very serious and intentional about the team that we're building here in City Mount Vernon, so that we can bring this excellence to a community that deserves all that we have to offer and more. So, Commish.
So I first want to say thank you to all of my recreation staff. I cannot do this job without you. I am not one of those people. I don't believe in that. We work as a team. I cannot be in charge without a team, and you make me shine. So thank you for all you do. And as a little kid, I was in the park and playground. My mom used to take us to the playground, and I think she forced us to go, right, in the Bronx, because it was 3 of us, and she was like, y'all are getting out this house, you're going to the playground. And that was that park activation type of program, like, I'm gonna sit on the bench, y'all go and play with that man over there, I know his name, but have a good time. And we wanna make sure that we continue to bring quality recreation programs here, because recreation is good for the body, it's good for the soul, it's good for the mind. It makes you be in a better place. So just remember, we see you, we hope you see us, because we're doing everything we can to make sure that the jewel of Mount Vernon, the jewel, is Mount Vernon, and to remember that this is where we live and this is where we are. Thank you.
So on behalf of the Recreation Department, we would like to honor Madam Mayor with her first recreation shirt. So she just got drafted into the Recreation Department, so we're gonna do like the NFL and hold the jersey up, okay? Welcome to the team. Draft pick. The Recreation Department draft pick of 2024.
And once I get out more to the parks, this shirt will get smaller and smaller.
That's what I'm saying, then you can wear it as a dress.
Thank you. So, you know, Commissioner Pinckney Walker likes to kind of act shy sometime, but these are certificates of recognition being given out to our different Parks and Rec staff, and the one in the maroon folder is from the mayor's office. The one in the blue folder is from our city council. As a whole, they're all signed, and it says in Mount Vernon Parks and Recreation and National Park and Recreation Month, in recognition of your outstanding achievements, dedication, and service to your community in the Recreation Department. Your unique and invaluable years supporting the constituents in our city does not go unnoticed. Your diligent work as and it says their position, is truly valued and appreciated. And so we're not going to read all of them, but that is the basis for what they all say. And this goes to our Director of the Office of Aging, Vanessa Cowan. And this goes to our Nutrition Site Director, Sade Ritter. And we're going to take pictures afterwards outside in the pretty sun. And this goes to the Director of the Rose Simon Program, Miss Pamela Laffo. And this goes to One of our foremen who's working with the Recreation Maintenance Department, Mr. Marcus McCutcheon. And also Recreation Maintenance Foreman, Mr. Butter. Hold on. No, we're going to say Butter, also known as John Basket. His AKA is his birth name. His name is Butter. And this goes to our director of the Memorial, y'all know it's true. This is director of our Memorial Field Stadium, Mr. Ricardo Wright. Yes. Ricardo is his name. Rico Suave, also known as Rick. And our Director of Social and Community Services, Mr. Sean Paul Wade. Also known as SP. And then we have our Director of our Home Delivered Meals Nutrition Coordinator, Miss Carla Pessin. Ooh, and our Senior Account Specialist who keeps the money going, the bills paid, and everyone on track. Miss Naomi Halevi. I mean, and if you need to register for anything, if you need to put an application for a special event, if you need to get a table for the City Fest, then you got to come through Miss Tamaris Lewis. Ooh, Miss Tamaris is slimming down, girl. You looking cute.
Thank you very much.
For this Oscar, Emmy, and Grammy. And for the recreation specialist, Miss Patricia Kendley. Pat, come on. Come on. She's sitting over there like, me? Yes. And for our talent acquisition and promotions manager, Mr. David Cohill. Also known as, it's not your turn, get off the stage. Get off the stage. City Fest, get off the stage. And for our recreation specialist, Jermaine Austin. Stay off the field and keep heels off the track. See, I know who my people are, what they do. And for our recreation, our special events assistant, Mr. Nigel Jeremiah. Nigel. Said, give him the key. Now, we do different events throughout the years, and others will be recognized, and these are their days. You've gotten certificates, and I'm sure you will get recognition, but these are the ones that are being recognized today. So please, let's all leave here feeling happy and appreciated. If you didn't get some today, trust me, you will get something on another day. So with that being said, we are wrapping up. I thank you all for coming out. Thank you for the work that you do continuously. And let's have a good time. And Caitlin said, make sure you say this. So say it, Caitlin.
Mount Vernon's alive again.
And I know we see our deputy commissioner here, but we also want to thank DPW, right? Because no one does this by themselves. Thank you, DPW, for helping to get things together, for blocking off streets, for fixing parks, for doing those things. We know everybody wants you to be everywhere and do everything all at once. And thank you for trying to meet all the requests that you can and accommodate people. We want to thank our police department also, because our police department and our auxiliary provide support and aid for all of our special events. Our fire department and our EMS. Fire department and EMS provide that support as well. So, you know, it's never one department doing things on their own. We here in the city of Mount Vernon have a great spirit of collaboration, and I really, really, truly appreciate you all. Thank you, and let's go outside and take pictures in the sun.